Sunday. Practice versus rehearsal.
Okay. Now my church does it differently. My church, we practice or rehearse. So that's how you differentiate it. We're calling it rehearsal, right? He practices at home, and then on Sunday they come as a rehearsal, as a band. So rehearsal means you already practiced, you already learned your parts, and rehearsal means we just putting all the parts together, the guitar, the bass, the keyboard, the drums. Okay? So that's how he defines it. And we do something similar. So what he struggles with is, I'm just helping them to hear you, is that they come on Sunday and probably they have a very short time to piece it together. So some people show up and it's like, oh, this song, what key is this song? What is the chords here? What is the lyrics here? How does it go? Oh, this is a new song, let me listen to it. Alright, I can understand that. So our church, we do it a little bit different in that our church is small, and what we want for our church was that to maximize participation. So sometimes the difference in priority means that the quality sometimes is affected. But our goal is to get people to be part of the ministry. So for that we sacrifice certain things, although we still instill excellence. Give your best. Okay? You're a grade 1 guitarist. Okay, give your grade 1 best that you have. You know, you're grade 8, give your grade 8 best. And so they sometimes, because they're busy working and they just couldn't find time to show up. You know, life happens, life is messy, and they couldn't practice at home before coming. We, at my church, we tend to be more gracious. But at the same time, I've also played in different conferences where you come, there's only 2 practices, and you need to play 30 songs. You need to come ready. You need to know what songs are. And I think for my church, we try to do that a little bit, where we come practice at home and come together for rehearsal. But we still, a lot of times the worship leader is the bottleneck. The songs come late and the keys are not in. So we have to work on that. We try to work on that. We try to improve. But in your case, I'm not too sure because I don't have a real world example right now. Everything I say would be hypothetical. Anyone else has that setting in their church? Maybe you want to share? Help Daryl out? Do you all rehearse on Sunday? Short time? How long is your practices? Anyone practice is like more than 1 hour? Worship practice, more than 1 hour? Wow, a lot. Huh?
That's a dream.
How long is your rehearsal?
We probably have about 30 minutes on a Sunday.
30 minutes on a Sunday, wow. If the guy shows up not knowing his stuff, man.
Yeah, we're kind of show and go.
Okay.
So we have guys, new team members, it's like, bro, we don't have time on Sunday to figure out where the bridge is. Like,
Wow. So how have yours been dealing with it so far?
It's really personal development. It's me spending time with the percussion team, our director spending time with keys, our lead spending time with the guitar. So we kind of honed it in on making time individually for up and coming members, and we're still developing and working it out.
Okay, and earlier you mentioned your church was pretty big, right? So you would have a worship pastor or pastors?
Yeah.
Just one?
Oh, we have worship director, and then I make a worship pastor.
All right, 2. Okay, and full-time?
Yeah.
Here's a suggestion. You're going to have to coach them personally.
Yeah.
Is that what you're doing?
We're finding that out,
Yeah, so if they're not practicing, you show them and practice with them.
yeah.
Right?
We're thinking about making a midweek, sometime midweek to actually just get together and that we never have. But as the team grows, we find it more and more necessary.
Okay. Living Temple, how they are doing? Practices. You want to use the mic? Come on, Lemuel. This is Lemuel here.
Cool, Lemuel.
The universe is about to explode because it can only contain that much awesomeness.
Hello, I'm Lemuel from the Philippines. Our congregation is composed of, I think, 1,000 to 1,500 persons. But during services, we have only 500 to 600 persons. So
What, man?
in our church, we're very fortunate that you could practice a day before Sunday. So that's Saturday. And we tend to communicate with the worship leader that it is a must that a week before, she or he could have his own lineup of songs. So you have the entire week. You have the entire week to listen to the songs. You have the, like the guitar player, you have the entire week to make his line all throughout the week. So by Saturday evening or afternoon, we have 3 to 4 hours to practice. Yeah,
That's the whole day.
in the afternoon. Yeah.
3 to 4
How
hours.
often are you rotating teams? I mean, I guess with a church that size, you have more musicians to rotate in and out.
No, we have this, I think, 8-man team.
That's it.
8-man. That's it. The musicians. Yeah.
So they don't even need to practice actually.
Yeah, and they're playing together all the time.
And they practice like 3 to 4 hours.
Yeah.
You
So.
guys put out an album, that's great.
So maybe your church pastor, you can have, just like what Pastor Lemo said, that in advance you can have the lineup of songs written by your worship leader. So by the time 30 minutes is not that good enough for a practice, honestly. So hard to do.
And probably about 10 of it is line checks and figuring out why the guy's guitar is not playing the
Done. 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So you have any extra time during the week, no? With your band?
The worship director and I full-time on the church, so we have all the time of the week, but we've opened it up to, I mean, we're, volunteer, as most churches are. And so I guess really what it comes down to is finding, encouraging the commitment to
Yes, that's what-
off-stage time. Everyone wants to be on stage playing, but they're not putting any time in during the week, which we know that. It's just been a frustrating, wall to hit.
That's the main thing of it, Pastor. Not the technicalities.
Absolutely.
Not the technicalities of the band. It's the commitment and the attitude of the instrumentalist.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lemuel, for being awesome. So, any of you have maybe some suggestions for Pastor Darrell, or how you do it differently, you can share also. Any other questions? We still have a little bit of time. We still have 20 minutes. So yeah, I want to make this, you guys can direct questions directly to different musicians, and as you direct it to them, I'm sure there are also other experts here who can answer you as well. No? Any guitarists here who plays the guitar at church? Okay? Okay, some? Okay? Since you don't have questions, I'll throw in a bit more for you. Now, most of you will know the basic chords, right? Or G, A. Okay? And you always play here. What I notice in all the churches when I show up is their guitars are dead here. All the frets are worn here. Here. 1, 2, 3.
Maximum.
Gone. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. But what I suggest, it shows that you all are playing here a lot, and you're going to get it like this. I suggest that you all learn how to play, use the whole fretboard. Okay. Let me give you an example. Everybody, okay, for those of you who play guitar, what's this? Name of the chord? D. The guitarist will say D sharp. Those who learn piano is E flat. Okay? E, right? Okay? F. G. Okay? What this, like I told you just now, I was cheating. I was just playing the bottom 2 strings. And if you're just playing the bottom 2 strings, it doesn't matter where your D is, your D shape is. This is the D shape chord. Okay? If I can play G here, this is it. This is all you need to do. playing G, but in the D shape. Learn to do that. Or for example, this is G. Lord, I lift your name on high. Okay, so Lord, I lift your name on high. And then if you want, all the way, this is a G shape, right? Here, there's another G here. But it's a bit hard to press, right? If you want to press the full bar, the full G shape chord, this is a G. Or you can use a couple, I know, but because you're part of a band, you don't need the bass notes, you can do this. I love to sing your praises. That's why I have this, so that I can, and it's not vibrating. Okay, it's still vibrating. Okay, so you can do that. Even without, you can still control it. I'm muting the strings. Just 3 strings, all you need. Or you can be very accurate and just hit 3 strings. Okay, can the band come in with me and let them hear how they sound? How this sounds? Lord, I lift your name on high. To use the whole fretboard. Do this, something like this. Right? So for a guitarist, most church guitarists just hold the chord here. And if you're a small church, you need to do that. It's like 15 of you only, then you gotta go for it, you got a small band. But as your band grows bigger, you can get to do fun stuff like this. And when you learn these shapes, it also helps you to like play some lead. So let's say just now I was doing D shape, right? You know, a lot of the lead lines you hear as guitarists. So, for example, Forever. Do you know the song?
Yeah.
Forever, God is faithful, forever, forever. It's a D shape. Just playing chords right there. And if you know what I was playing okay, I remember the number system. But that's an A, G, no. See, I'm playing on G, so it's a D, C, G. G, D, C, G. D, C, G, C. But I'm remembering it, because I'm remembering the shape. This is D, and this is G, this is A. Okay, and I'm doing that, but here instead of here. That's all. So if you learn to use the full fretboard, you can easily play some lead lines, simple ones. And then after that, you layer with your all your pedals. Things like that, right? Guys, we have some musicians here. They can share their knowledge with you. Or you want to freely interact. You guys want to check out their gears. Musicians are all about gears sometimes. Gearheads. Any last chance for you? Any questions? We also have some people from very big churches. You might want to talk to them. What gears do you use? Or those of you, Lemuel shared a bit. Daryl, maybe you want to say something. Encourage the musicians, the worship teams. Anything?
Yeah, I'll say something encouraging
You want a mic?
Can you guys hear me? Or is mic?
No.
Nice. I've been in worship for about 15 years myself. Big churches, little churches, camps, campfires, all that fun stuff. Awesome gear, terrible gear, in-ears, monitors, tracks, clicks, everything. And the one thing I've learned after 10 years of really being pastored by an amazing worship director is it doesn't matter what's happening up here. It doesn't matter if the ears go out. It doesn't matter if the screen goes out. None of that matters. At the end of a set, every time we debrief backstage, the question is, were hands up? Were mouths moving? Were they engaged? And we've had absolute disasters on stage, but the congregation entered, and they were worshiping, and their hands were up, and they were just shouting. And I would encourage all you guys that that's really what matters. It doesn't matter what happens up here. If they enter, now if you get off set and they were not entering in, they weren't engaged, they weren't singing along, then that's when you take time to figure out what could we do different up here that matters for them out there. But it doesn't matter what goes wrong out here. If they're worshiping, they're engaged, it was a great service. You guys did what God called you to do, and God moved and His presence entered. That's what matters. I would encourage each and every one of you, doesn't matter if you have 3 people or if you have 3,000. I would really encourage you, that's your barometer. That's what you take stock of every time you finish a set. And it's so much better on your heart. It's so much easier on you. It's so much more encouraging to come back and do it again the following week instead of reflecting on everything that went wrong. Because it oftentimes does.
Thanks so much. Yeah. And you don't need to be from a big church to be able to share something. You know, I'm from a smaller church. I represent the people. My church is a normal 4-square church, which is generally smaller from what I noticed on this side of the world. Yeah. Yeah, anyone want to share? We got about 10 more minutes. You want to ask the musicians? I'm surprised. These guys are also very experienced. Shall we? How many years already? Over 2 decades of worship ministry. Dinesh, 20 days. No.
18 years, break 2 years.
18 years, almost. You see, if he didn't break the 2 years. Okay. Oh, the past 2 years. Oh, Dinesh is a new member of our worship team. And he's here, yeah. Nico, were you born yet? No. He was 2 years old when Shavi started worshiping in the worship team. Aubrey? 20? Alright. You should be the most pro. Yeah. He's giving a drum workshop. He's given drum workshop. We'll be giving drum workshops. And last call, any questions? Yes?
How do you encourage the younger generation to join the worship team?
Do we encourage the younger generation to? How? Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a very good question. Dinesh, you want to answer?
Learn acoustic instruments.
Learn how to what?
Learn acoustic instruments.
Acoustic instruments?
Yeah,
Start
Pat's
with acoustic.
amazing, synth is amazing, but man, we gotta keep strings and guitars and physical drums alive.
Can you hear? Yes. You're a rock and roll guy, not an EDM guy.
And we love that too, but I mean that's the less of this generation that we have actually sitting down on instruments with craft eyes. And we love that. I mean, we have our dancing parties all the time, but before they get to doing that, they're playing guitars and stuff.
Right. So yeah, start with acoustic instruments. I think so too. I myself am more of a rock and roll guy. EDM is not my thing. But I'm not going to take it out of the equation. It's part of it. My daughter, she started playing when she was 10 or 11 in church. I bought her a small bass. It's called a U bass or ukulele bass. So it's small, she can carry it, she can reach over the body, and she started hitting one note. And of course she has such a blessing to have a father like me. Who sat with her, yeah, she is blessed. Because I sat with her, this is the note, here's the note, here's the note, here's the note, and tell her, and after like 4 times playing in the church, she starts to hear the songs. She starts to hear the chord changes. She doesn't just count, okay, this song is 4 times this, and then 4 times the next time. She's just going at it. So when she's wrong the rest of the song.
Yep.
But she's beginning to, she got it wrong, and she's like adjusting. So she's starting to hear it, but then she lost interest. So we'll see how. I'm not going to force her, but I would like for her to be able to serve and to have some extra skills, All right? And how would you all encourage the younger generation? Have more workshops, attend more workshops.
And I had one church member in the previous church so he teaches guitar for free.
Oh.
Yeah, and with simple chords like D, C, D, and just for you to get used to the guitars. So he just teaches the basic. So a lot of us went for so he teaches for free.
Right. So some of you who are able to, I can even share you a note. Give free workshop to those younger generation. I'm surprised you're asking it. You look quite young. I did a 12-week course on how to play in church. So it was all the cheap method. It's like I just teach them like G, E, family chord, and then taught them how to use a couple. So they're coupling all the way. If you threw away the couple, they lost it, they wouldn't be able to play that Sunday. But like what I said, we wanted to maximize participation in our worship team. And so that's their entry point. And from there, they start to get curious. That's what I wanted to do with that course, is to get them curious. Okay, I don't have a couple today. How do I play a B? Or an F? Then they start to learn, and they continue to play in church, most of them. Okay? And they can easily play in a cell group. And I think, one of the best ways to learn and to encourage younger musicians is to just let them do it. Just let them do it. They don't need to be plugged into the system. You can put them in the corner, let them be seen. Don't hide them behind in the room, the green room or whatever. Let them be seen, give them an amp of their own. No one else can hear it. Play. Yeah, start from there. That's how my daughter started. Yeah. And then now I find it sometimes that I wish she still played because I actually need a bassist sometimes. Yeah. So let them. And if you have the chance, like Shavi and the other keyboardist, she's also very young and very new. Jafia is very new. You have 2 of them. If they can manage some parts already, get someone else to do it with them together. So maybe instead of 1 guitarist, have 2. You can have 3 guitarists, and you can have 2 bassists. When my daughter played the U bass, it was with another bassist. Things like that. That I think will make them practice hard. And they will also want to practice, want to learn more. Okay? All right? You know what? That's it. That's time's up. Thank you guys. We still have 5 minutes. So if you want 5 minutes, you can come and check out the stuff. You can try my guitar, my pedals. It's a cheap set. Try Pastor Acer's one. Bruno will show you around. You can check out the professional drum kit. No, not the kit, but the snare is his. He brought his own snare and cymbals. 6-string bass. This is our church keyboard. Feel free to come and explore. Alright, but otherwise, thank you. And 3 o'clock, you need to go to your next workshop. Thank you so much.